Good morning and welcome to the webinar on what's new in Zoho Meeting. Thank you all for joining us today. This is Anisha here from Customer Success team of Zoho Meeting, and I'll be your presenter for today's webinar. I'm looking forward to showing everything you need to know to conduct a successful meeting and webinar with all the latest updates. So before I begin this webinar, I would like to share a little bit about how you can interact with us today. As an attendee of the webinar, you will be in listen and view only mode. If you have any questions during the webinar, feel free to ask them in Q&A option on your screen, and our experts will respond to your questions throughout the session. And of course, we will save some time at the end for a dedicated Q&A session as well. So here is the agenda for today's session. Let me start with what we do at Zoho and why Zoho Meeting. And then we move on to a quick differentiation between meeting and webinar. What do you get from Zoho Meeting as a web conferencing solution? Some of the newly added features in online meeting and webinar solutions. And then with the demonstration of a new version, I'll give you a complete walkthrough of Zoho Meeting. I'll wrap the session with the roadmap and show you some of the features that we are currently working on. Now, why Zoho? We've been around for over 21 years now. Zoho's suite of cloud applications forms an operating system for your business. We have nearly 40 plus different applications that help you run your business. To quote a few, we have applications to manage your customer information, for support, for finances, and a lot more. There are over 35 million users around the world using Zoho for their business. Now, to give you an introduction to Zoho Meeting, we are in the web conferencing market for about 11 years now. This is a robust web conferencing solution built to manage both your online meeting and webinar needs. Recently, we have moved to WebRTC technology to host the sessions right from your browsers without any hassles of downloading any applications for both the presenter and the participants. So now, with just a single click on your computer, you can join your meetings. Also, we now call a tool as a two-in-one solution as it supports both online meeting and webinar requirements. We often get questions like when to host which session, when webinar and when meeting. Meeting is for your collaborative needs with known attendees like your clients or teammates who are located in different regions around the world, among sales group meetings, or if you have an internal project team discussion, or for a product demonstration to a customer or for a prospect. In these scenarios, you can conduct online meetings to fulfill your collaborative needs. On the other hand, you can use webinar when you want to broadcast any presentation to a larger audience, when you want to generate leads, and to track attendees until they become your customer, by engaging and by doing a follow-up with them. It is like targeting a group of attendees who are connected by the content that you are presenting to them. Having said that, I'm going to raise the first poll question for today's session. So the question is, how many attendees do you expect for your webinars? Let us know by voting this poll. So you're provided with multiple options. Please choose one. Thank you for your participation in that. Moving on to the next slide. Now, what do you get as an online meeting solution? To keep track of your meetings, we have features such as RSVP, reminders, adding events to calendars. Everyone you invite have an option to confirm or to decline the meetings. And once they confirm or decline the meeting, you will get notified about it. You can also choose a specific time to send out email reminders to the invited participants. Also, all the events can be added to your preferable calendars. Similarly, your participants can also add the events to their preferable calendars. For easy collaboration, we have audio-video conferencing and instant chat features. So this will allow you and your participants to communicate using the audio option and the video option. So for audio, we have VoIP, that is the inbuilt computer audio option. So you and your participants can communicate using the computer's mic and speakers. We also have dial-in numbers for 40 plus international countries that come along with your Zoho meeting subscription. Or if you do not want your participants to get charged for the phone call, then you can purchase toll-free numbers as an add-on with your subscription. And we have toll-free numbers for 25 plus countries. So we also have change presenter feature that will allow you to choose any of the meeting participant, like you can make him or her a presenter during the meeting, and they will be getting the option to share their computer screen, and they can also co-present with you along during the meeting. To ease your meeting, we also provide you an iframe code embed widget that you can embed it in your websites or blogs, allowing your website visitors, blog visitors to join the meeting directly using the embed widget. All your meetings can be recorded, and if there is any missed participant, and if you want to send this as a follow-up for future references, then you can share these recordings with your participants. Now, what do you get as a webinar solution? Once you schedule a webinar, you can generate leads by posting the registration link on your website, blog. You can also do social media promotions. We also provide you embed registration widgets, so you can just copy the iframe code and put it wherever you want, so people can see the upcoming webinar of your company or whatever you're hosting for, and then they can register directly using the widget. Adding event to the calendar, sending email reminders will help you to boost the attendance rate for your webinars. During your webinar, you can share your screen. It can be either the entire computer screen or a particular application window. And you can also use the audio video features to deliver your presentation to the audience. You can engage with your audience throughout the session using the engagement features polling and Q&A. So your webinar attendees can send questions throughout the session and you can answer them anytime. So all your webinars can be recorded, and if there is any missed participants of your webinar, or if you feel like sending them this as a follow-up email, then you can record your webinar and you can share it with your webinar audience to view at their own pace later. Now, once the webinar is over, you wanted to see the performance of the webinar. Analytics feature will help you to see the progress of webinar immediately, and you can find valid leads out of that. So what's new in online meeting? So these are all some of the newly added features for online meeting. So we've added moderator audio control. So with this, the presenter can mute or unmute a particular participant or all participants in the meeting. You can also remove any participant. So if you want someone to disconnect during the meeting, just use the remove participant option to remove that particular person. You can host private meetings now by locking your meeting. And also, Zoho Contacts is now synced with Zoho Meeting. So you can quickly add your contacts to the participants list while scheduling the meeting now. We've recently launched Android app for joining meetings from Android devices. Moving on to the newly added features in webinar. You can now add predefined fields or custom fields to your registration page to get more information from your webinar registrants beforehand. We've also redesigned the registration page to have a fresh and new look. And again, the registrants can now view the time of the webinar schedules in their own local time zone. This will help them to see their webinar timing in their local times, and they can plan their schedules accordingly. Also, automated thank you mail for attendees after the webinar will be sent now. We've implemented some enhancements in session recording, which has improved the recording quality. So these are all some of the features that we have included newly in the webinar solution. So it's time for another poll now. What do you prefer to add in your registration form? Let us know by voting this poll question. I could see a lot of people participating in the polls. Thank you for that. Thank you for your participation. So moving on to the product demonstration, and for that I'm going to take you through the Zoho Meeting application. To schedule a meeting or a webinar, you can log into meeting.zoho.com, or if you have Zoho Meeting desktop application installed on your computer, you can schedule through your desktop app also. Now, Zoho Meeting is a powerful meeting and webinar solution using which you can create your sessions, allow people to register, you can present the content, and you can analyze it. So if you have signed up for Zoho Meeting already, you already know how powerful and effective the solution is. And if you have not signed up for Zoho Meeting yet, you can see how awesome Zoho Meeting is during this demonstration. And after the webinar is over, you can go to zoho.com/meeting to sign up for free. So let's start with scheduling a webinar. Firstly, you need to give a unique title for your webinar. Alright, introducing Android apps is the title for my webinar. Now description. Description is a great place for you to set the agenda of the webinar, allowing your attendees to know what are the topics that you are going to cover during the event. So how to join from mobile devices. Features supported. These are all the description for the webinar, and you can choose the date and time of the webinar. So let it be 13th at 10 p.m. Choose the time zone. So if you have your default time zone on the settings, then you can have the default time zone. So let me choose it for EST. So I'm going to have it the Eastern Daylight Time. So duration. Couple of things to keep in mind here. You can actually start the webinar as early as you like, and you can remain in the webinar as long as you need. This will not suddenly time out because you are choosing it for 30 minutes or 3 hours. So it does remain active until you choose to shut it down. Also, the duration will help your attendees to have an estimate of how long the webinar will take place to plan their schedules accordingly. So let me choose it for 1 hour. And now hit the scheduling button. Alright, now the webinar is scheduled and it has taken me to the webinar details page. The first section will show me the details that I've provided while scheduling the webinar. I can see use the presenter, the description, also see the topic, date and time zone. The next section is registration. So as I mentioned, you can see the newly added feature, customized registration form. So with this, you can make your prospects register for your webinar and collect useful information about them. You can either choose it from the predefined fields, or you can also add custom fields to gather more information from the webinar registrants. So if I wanted to know about the registrant's phone number, I'm including it, and I wanted to know from which industry they are from. So I'm choosing it. And if you want to add any custom questions, for example, you can also add questions here. Or if you have any multiple choice questions, put the question and use the multiple choice answers here, and you can add it. So if you need any of the custom fields to be a mandatory one, you can just enable this checkbox. Or if you want just phone number to be a mandatory one, you can do that. If you want to remove it, you can also remove it. So once done, I'm going to save the button. So now the customized registration form is ready. You can copy this link and put it in your blog or email signatures or wherever you want people to see it and register for your webinar. Now let me show you how the customized registration form will look like. So here, if you have your company name and logo uploaded in your GoToMeeting settings, you can find your registrants can find the company logo here. So here is the topic of the webinar. So as I said, I've scheduled the webinar in EDT. So you can also see it in IST because IST is my time zone. You can see local in the bracket. So similarly, your webinar registrants can find the timing in their time zone. You can see the description provided. Attendees have to put their name and email address to register. So these are all the other options that you want them to choose. So choose the phone number, select the industry, and they have to hit the register button to register for the webinar. So now they've successfully registered for the webinar. When the time comes, they can simply click on this link, join the webinar link to join, or once the registration is over, they will be receiving the webinar confirmation email. So they can also join the webinar from the email invite that they have received. So when people started to register for your webinar, you can find them here. So you can just go on to the registration section, view all the registrants. You can find the count here. Just click on the count. You can see the registrant's details like the username, email ID, and the registered time. So you can view the basic details here. So you've also added them to provide details like the phone number and the industry details. So if you want to know more details that you have added in the custom field form of the registration, you can download it as the CSV file. So I'm just going to download it. So here you can find your registrant's name, registered time, the phone number, the industry they are from, and the country they are from. You can also see the webinar details here. Okay. As said earlier, we will be providing an embed registration widget that you can, so this is how the widget will be like, the iframe code. This you can copy and embed it in your website or blog so that people can see it from your website and register directly. All right, moving on to the engagement feature, polling. Polling is to survey the audience throughout the event and to engage with them. Here you can put the questions and answers you want them to choose from. And for example, I'm going to hit the create new poll button. You can see multiple choice and star rating questions. So if you have any questions, you can use the multiple choice and provide the answer. Or if you're looking for a feedback of your webinar, you can ask this poll question at the end of your session. How would you rate this webinar? That's my question. We have a minimum of 3 stars and a maximum of 10 stars. Let me choose 5. 1 being bad and 5 being good. Create poll. So with the feedback of the attendees of your webinar, you can evaluate your current webinar's content, presentation's effectiveness, and improve them for your future webinars. So you can create unlimited polls and launch anytime during the webinar. So you can just hit the add another poll button to add more polls to your webinar. Now that the preparation of the webinar is over, when the scheduled time of the webinar arrives, the presenter can start it from here within the Zoho meeting portal or from the presenter invite that you have received once the webinar is scheduled. So I'm going to hit the start button now. Three things to remember here. The audio option that you are going to choose for your webinar. It can be either computer audio to present via computer mic and speaker or phone audio. So if you're choosing phone audio, you can choose your country to get the local dial-in number of that country. So if I'm from US, let me choose US. So you'll get US dial-in number, access code and the PIN number. Just use it to dial from the phone and hit the start webinar. Start recording your webinar so that the entire webinar will get recorded. So just hit the start recording button, and whenever you are done, you can hit the stop recording button again. When you are ready to start your screen sharing, you have to click on the start sharing button here. So from this indicator, you can either choose to share your entire screen or a particular application. So if you're on a demonstration and if you just want to show that particular presentation or an application, you can just choose it and share. So let me share my entire screen now. So once the screen is sharing, you'll get this ribbon that your screen is being shared, and you can also see the red color stop sharing button. So once done, you can hit the stop sharing. On the left side, you can see the presenter control panel. So let me join as an webinar attendee and show you how it will be for the presenter when someone new joins the webinar. So here you can find a red color notification mark when you have a new attendee. So you can just click on the attendee list to find the attendees. And if you want someone to co-present with you during the webinar, you can see a make presenter button here. So you can just hit on the make presenter button to allow someone else to share their screen and co-present with you during the webinar. So let me write a question and show you how you will get notified when someone asks a question during the webinar. Ask. So this is how the attendee page will look like, and when an attendee asks a question, you can see here with the red notification, just click on that one and you can choose to answer to all, so that the question and answer will be visible to all the webinar attendees. Or if you want to choose to answer privately to that particular person who asked this question, you can also do that. You can just enter the answer and choose the option. If you want to answer again, you can also do that. So whatever polls you have created while scheduling the webinar will be listed here. And anytime during the webinar, you can launch it. So I'm going to hit the polls. So you can find the polls down and you can hit the start poll button whenever you want to ask. And here you can see it. So this is how it will be for your attendees. So now I'm going to answer the poll question as an attendee. Good, and submit. So here you got the result. So in case if you want to view the results during the webinar, you can click on the view results button to view the result immediately. So you can see. You can also find how many votes you've got along with the ratings. So the last one is the recording button that you can use to record your webinar. So once the session is over, you can just use the exit button to end the webinar. So you've ended the webinar successfully now, and you may close the tab. So now that my webinar is over, I wanted to see the progress of the webinar. So for that, I'll have to go to my webinars. So here you can see all your upcoming webinars scheduled, the list of all your past webinars, and you can go to the analytics to see the measure, like to measure your webinar or to see the in-depth metrics of your webinar. So let me show you one of my previous webinar here. So I'm choosing this one. So the registrants list will show you the people who have registered for your webinar. You can see the name, email address, what time they have registered, the date and time, whether they have attended the session or not, and the country details. Attendees will show you the people who have actually attended the session with the name, email, join time, like what time they have joined the webinar. You can see it here. How long they were in the session, duration of each and every individual attendee, polls responded by them, questions asked by individuals, and the country details. You can see the poll responses here. You can see total votes you've got with the percentage and the Q&As asked and raised. So you can also find your answers, like what answers you've provided during the webinar along with the questions and the person who raised the question. You can find the email ID. You can also generate it as a report. So you can select a specific webinar and export this report as CSV or XLS file. So you can choose from several different types of reports here, depending on what details you're looking for. So for example, if you want to see the registrant report, you can just download this one. Or if you want to see the performance report, you can download this one, which has the number of registrants, attendees, polls, and questions asked during for that particular webinar. So let me download a report and show you how it will be like. So I'm downloading it as a CSV file. So here you can see, because it is the attendee report, you can find the attendee details, the status, registered time, join time, duration, and the country they have joined from. So if I want to follow up with these people, then I can just generate this report and do a follow up with them. So with that, I'm wrapping with webinars and I'm moving on to meetings. So I'm in My Meetings now. You can find the upcoming meetings of yours listed down here in the My Meetings, and you can also see all the past meetings here. On the right side, you can see a Meet Now button and Scheduling a Meeting button. Meet Now is to start an instant meeting. So if you are on call and suddenly if you want to share your computer with that particular, share your computer screen with that particular person who you're on call with, then you can just click on the Meet Now button, share the meeting key with them, ask them to go to meet.zoho.com and you can ask them to join. Or when you click on the Meet Now button, you can see the join URL. You can also share it with them to join. So let me schedule a meeting for a future date and show you. The first thing, you have to provide a topic. So let this be a series meeting with team. Press enter. You can schedule meetings for yourself, or if you want to schedule it for your org members, on behalf of your org member, and you can also do that. In that case, you can choose the other org member as a presenter. So let me choose myself as a presenter here. Agenda. So what are the topics that you're going to discuss? That you can provide here, and these details will be sent along with the meeting invitation also. So whatever details that you're providing while scheduling will be sent in the meeting invitation email for your participants. Choose the date, time, and the duration. So it's going to be for 30 minutes. Let me choose 30 minutes as the duration. Choose the time zone and participants. So as I said earlier, you can just start inputting the name and all your Zoho contacts will get auto-populated. So simply you can invite the participants. And under audio conferencing, you can see two things. One is use Zoho Conference and another one is use my own conference service. Now, when you choose use Zoho Conference, you can go ahead with use Zoho's audio, that's the computer audio VoIP option, or the international dial-in numbers provided for 40+ countries. Or if you choose my own conference service, then you will be provided with a box here to enter your conference details. For example, if you want your participants to call to your mobile number or to your office extension, add these details here. And these details will be sent along with the meeting invitation email for your participants. So for the invited participants, they will get these options. So let me go ahead with use Zoho Conference. So before I hit the schedule button, how about raising another poll question to know more about you? What would be your choice for audio? Let us know by voting this poll question. So we have provided an option like computer audio, or your preferable choice is for local dial-in numbers or toll-free numbers. Please let us know by voting this poll. Alright, thank you for your participation. So I'm going to hit the schedule button now. Alright, now my meeting is scheduled and it has taken me to the meeting details page where I can see the topic of the meeting, who is the presenter, date and time zone, description, invited participants. So these two people would have received an email invite from me, and I'll show you how the email invitation will look like for your the invited participants. So for that, I'm going on to my mailbox. So here you can see person has invited you to join an online meeting, and they can see the topic, the date and time, who's the presenter, what are the agenda, audio conference details. From the invite, your attendees can see the dial-in detail or access code. So by default, we show US number. And here, if you're from different country, you can click on View Global Dial-in Numbers to see the other numbers available in Zoho Meeting. So as I said, we are having some 40+ international dial-in numbers. So you can just click on that to see the other number. And we provide a join meeting link. So just your participant has to click on this link to join from the browser easily without any hassle of downloading any application by just a single click. Also, your participants can see your company's logo and name here. So as I said, we have RSVP option. So here you can see yes, maybe, and no. So your participant can also respond to your invite. You have replied yes to this invitation, and now the presenter will get notified. Alright, so on the left side, you have a start button. So when the time of the meeting comes, you can either start it from here or from the presenter invites that you have received once the meeting is scheduled. You have an option to edit the meeting. So for example, if you want to invite someone else, or if you want to make any changes to the date or time or to the details that you've provided, just any modification, you can just hit the edit this meeting button. We provide an embed code. So this you can copy and embed it in your websites or blogs. So people can just enter their name to join. Again, you can add the event to your preferable calendars here. Unfortunately, if you want to cancel the meeting, you can just hit the cancel meeting button to cancel the meeting. So there are several other ways to make your participants join your meeting. So one is you can just add their email address to send them the meeting invite. So the second option is you can just ask your participants to visit meet.zoho.com and enter this key. So this is a unique key that gets generated every time you schedule a new meeting. So you can just share it with them. Or if you have a customized email content and all that you wanted to do is just include a join link, then just copy this link and include it in your email personal mailbox. So they just have to click on this link to join. So let me start a meeting. We'll show you how the meeting UI will look like. So this time, let me choose computer audio option. So you can find the computer audio option, and I hope you all can see me now. So if you want to continue with video meetings, you can keep it on, or if you're just gonna have audio only meeting, just turn it off and hit the start meeting button. Okay. So now you can see on the left side, these are all the control pane available for the presenter, the options in the control pane you can see. And when you have any new attendee, you will get notified with a red color notification mark. Just click on that. Alright. So as said earlier, we have an option to mute all your participants and unmute all your participants. Or if you want to mute an individual, you can also choose a particular individual on the attendee list. And here you have an option to mute them. So you just have to click this mute audio button. So they've been muted. So you can mute individuals if they have some background noise and if it disturbs your meeting, you can just mute them to make the meeting smooth. And if the participant desire to unmute themselves, they will also have an option to unmute themselves. Or if you want, you can also do them for them. We also have a couple of options, like you can make them as a presenter. So you can choose a particular attendee. Hit the more action button. You can see all the options available here. So you can also remove them, as I said. So the presenter can remove the participants and disconnect them from the meeting using this remove option button on the attendee list. So let me join as a meeting participant and I'll show you how the removing participants will work. I'm joining as a participant now. All right. Join meeting. I'm choosing phone call. Join now. All right. Now, because I'm a new participant, you can see the red color notification mark. And here, I'm going to the more action button. Remove this person. Are you sure you want to remove this person? Yes, remove this participant. So now I'm going to show you how it will be for the removed participant. So you can see here, you are now removed from this meeting. All right. So the next option is chat. So if you want to chat or if you want to share any data information during the meeting with your meeting participants, you can do that. It's a public chat, so all your meeting participants will have this option and the chat will be visible to all your meeting participants. So for instant collaboration, you can use it. Make presenter. So make presenter will allow you to, in the make presenter button, you can view all the attendees of the meeting and you can choose a particular person. So I'm going to choose this person to be the presenter. So I'm going to hit here. So now I made that person, Bala, as a presenter now. And he'll be receiving an option to share his screen. So now you can see Bala's screen is getting shared. So he's one of my colleagues and I'm asking him to be the presenter. So I've made him a presenter and now he is sharing his computer screen with other meeting participants like how you are seeing now. So being an original presenter, I can anytime go back here and I can click the button that has me. So I'm going to click the me button so that now I'm the presenter. So anytime you can revoke the presenter. Alright, to host private meetings by locking the meeting using the lock meeting option, you can do that. And you can see it on the left panel, the fourth icon is the lock meeting button. So what happens when you lock the meeting? So if you feel the invited participants are in for the meeting and if you want the meeting to be secured, you can simply hit the lock meeting button. So now the meeting is locked. What happens when someone is trying to join your meeting when the meeting is locked? Let me show you by joining the meeting now. Okay, now the meeting is locked and I'm going to hit the join meeting. So you can see the meeting is locked waiting for approval. The presenter can then choose to accept or reject that particular person. So you can see some participants are waiting for joining this meeting. So you will get the participant's name here. And if you want to accept them, you can do that. Or if you want to reject them, you can do that. So what happens when you reject them? So you say, I've now rejected them. And here, within a few seconds, they'll get notified that the permission is denied. So you can see here, the meeting is locked and the permission is denied. So once you accept them, they will be able to join successfully to the meeting. Alright. So if you want, you can anytime unlock your meeting as well. Okay, so now if you want to record your meeting, just hit the start recording button. And once done, hit the stop recording button. Similarly, if you miss someone to invite, then you can just add it here, like add their email addresses and hit the send button. You can also share this link, which is the join link for your meeting. When you're ready, you can hit the start sharing button to share your screen. So this time, let me choose the application window, share. Okay. Once done, hit the stop sharing. So if you want to conduct video meetings, so this is how it will be like. So I'm going to turn on the video. So here you can see the content that I'm sharing with you along with the video. So at the bottom right, you and your participants can see the video of each other. So we have a single video feed. So the active speaker's video will be visible here on the video feed. Okay. If you do not want, just mute it. Alright, now the meeting is over, so I'm going to use the exit button to end my meeting. You have entered the meeting successfully and you may now close the tab. You can come out to see all the upcoming and past meetings that I said earlier. Alright, now I'm moving on to my recordings. Now all your meetings or webinars can be recorded and you can view it under my recordings. So you can see the topic of the meeting or a webinar, the date and time along with the duration. You can watch it online, just hit the play button, or if you want to share it with your meeting participants or webinar attendees, just copy this link and share it with them. So by accessing this link, they would be able to watch the recordings as well. If you want to download to your computer in MP4 format, you can also do that. Or if you want to delete your recording to free up your space, you can also delete your recordings here. So while explaining about the recording feature, how about asking the next poll question? So how would you prefer to share your recordings? Let us know by voting this poll question. Alright, thank you for your participation in that. I'm going to move on to the settings tab now. So here you have general settings and manage all settings. So in general settings, you can keep your time zone, your default time zone, the email reminder that you want to send out to your attendees. So here I've chosen 15 minutes. So 15 minutes prior to the scheduled event, all my invited people will get notified. And in that notification reminder, they will also have the join link with the other meeting details. We have integration with Zoho and Google Calendar. So if the integration to add meetings to Zoho and Google is enabled here, then all your events will get automatically added to Zoho and Google Calendar. Okay. So under manage organization, we allow you to do some co-branding stuff, like you can add your company's name, you can upload your company's logo, and some company will have restrictions to turn on the camera by default. So for them, we have video settings here. So you can just disable it if you do not want to share your webcam for your meetings. On the right side, you have an option to manage your users if you have multiple host licenses. And if you have more members, you can add all your members here to keep track of all your members' meetings. So let me try to upload an image and show you how you can do that. So I'm going on choosing a particular logo here. So just an image. So you can also crop your logo. So I'm going to crop it like this. Crop it and select and hit the save button so that the image will get saved. And once done, all the invitation emails, webinar confirmation emails, then the webinar registration page will have your company's name and the uploaded logo in it. So moving on to the home page, at the bottom you can find some handy dandy applications. So the first one is Chrome Store, that will take you to the Chrome extension. So you can download Chrome extension to your Chrome browser. You can install it like this. So I'm just clicking on my Chrome extension. So you do not have to be on your Zoho meeting portal to schedule a meeting or to start an instant meeting or to schedule a webinar. With the help of the Chrome extension, you can quickly do all these from the extension itself. On your browser, you can see this. So you can find all the upcoming meetings and the upcoming webinar and hit the start button instantly to start it. So you can add the extension from Chrome Web Store or from the bottom here. So you can use the App Store link to download Zoho Meeting iOS app on your iOS devices. We also have desktop application for Windows and Mac computers. So you can download it to launch the sessions right from your desktop. So we recently launched Android app. So you can download it from Play Store to join the meetings from your Android devices. So the App Store and the Play Store link we have here is to join the sessions from iOS and Android devices, and it is supported only for meetings now. So we are currently developing apps for webinars. So I'm completing the walkthrough with this, and I'm going to take you all through the presentation now to show you what are the features that we are currently working on. But before that, the one more poll question I would like to ask you guys, like, how would you rate this newly added features? Please let us know by rating this poll question. All right, thank you for your participation. So moving on to the presentation here. All right. So these are all the features that we are currently working on. So the first one is co-organizer's role. So you want someone to organize your webinars or co-present with you during the webinar. So for that, we are coming up with co-organizer's role in webinar. We are also doing some calendar enhancements for webinars. So your webinar registrants can easily add the events to their preferable calendar from the registration confirmation page. We are coming up with CRM integration for webinar and also campaigns integration for webinar. So with this integration, you can add your webinar attendees and registrants to campaigns list to send promotional emails pre and post webinar. And all the webinar attendees and registrants will be added as your CRM contacts and leads. You can also schedule a webinar from within your Zoho CRM campaigns module. So you can do all these activities once the integration for webinar with CRM and campaigns is completed. So this is something that we are currently working on. And as I said earlier, we are coming up with Android and iOS app for joining webinars. from mobile devices. Okay. Continuing with the features that we have it in our pipeline. So the first one is we have panelist role. So sometimes you need someone to help you with the webinar by answering the Q&A during the webinar. So while you are presenting, someone can help you by answering the questions raised during the session. So for that, we are coming up with panelist role. So this is something we have in our pipeline. Email customization. So currently you have a standard template sent out to your attendees. So we are coming up with email customization that will help you to customize the email content that's sent out of Zoho Meeting application. So we have this in our roadmap also. And currently your attendees of the webinar can send any text questions if they have any questions during the webinar. So we have plans to add open mic feature that will allow your attendee, based on your permission, they can also ask voice questions during the webinar. So this is again, we have it on our pipeline, and we are having plans to do a tighter integration for meeting with Zoho project. So right now we have a soft integration to start instant meeting from your the assigned task in the Zoho project. So similarly, we are planning to have much more tighter integration. So that is something we have in our pipeline too. Okay, all right. So that brings us to the end of the webinar today. Thank you all once again for joining us. I hope this webinar was useful. You can share your experience in social media like Twitter or Facebook using the hashtag Zoho Meeting or tagging us Zoho. Please let us know if you have any questions about any of the features I have mentioned today. And as a follow-up, you are going to receive a recording of this webinar so you can go through it at your own pace later. You can always reach us at support@zohomeeting.com for any assistance you have in Zoho Meeting application. So it's time for questions. Please shoot your questions and we'll be happy to help you out. Thank you all once again. You've been a wonderful audience today and have a wonderful day ahead. Thank you all.